This video is for the people who are frustrated. They've tried everything that they can under the sun. They've taken all this advice from other people in order to get a job. And they've heard from their family and friends, and these people have told them all these things. Oh, you got to network. Oh, you just have to keep shooting out resumes. Oh, how many resumes did you send today? All these things, and they feel like a failure because they're doing these things. And guess what? They're not getting results. Here's the issue with listening to just your family and friends. Sometimes, even if they're successful and credible, even if they have a professional job that's highly acclaimed, sometimes, not always, but often, these people don't really know what to actually do. Because one, times have changed. The application process has changed due to technology. The second is that oftentimes successful people, they say one thing, but they do another. They may give advice saying to do this, but they do another. This is why some of the top basketball coaches and the top singing coaches are not the top singers. And the top singers and the top basketball players are not the best teachers at their respective sport or skill. It's because they are good at performing and not good at teaching. So you have to understand this and realize that sometimes these people don't know what they're talking about. And just to add on to that, this applies to dating as well. When you take advice upon dating from your parents, guess what? The world has changed drastically in the last 10 years and will continue to do so. So maybe 10 years ago, 20 years ago, there may have not been text messaging. There may have not been phones. Communication was purely offline. There was no Facebook. In order to stay in touch with someone, you had to be in that geographic area, or you have to mail that person or keep their physical address to maybe visit them one day or maybe call them. Nowadays, technology alone has disrupted that field. So they're flooded with text messages. People can stay in contact online through Facebook. Girls are constantly being bombarded on Facebook with tons of guys just messaging them constantly, as well as on dating sites. So the landscape has changed, and the same thing applies to applying to jobs in certain ways. Nowadays, websites have made it so easy to apply to jobs that most average people simply spam out resumes. It's actually gotten so bad that a lot of young people do not even bother to send a cover letter. They are simply sending out 10, 20, 50, 100 resumes per week to even slightly interesting jobs. And they will skip adding a cover letter even if it says cover letter required. That's the epitome of laziness. That's like the peak of how lazy you can get these days. So you have to understand this, and first off, start doing your own thing. You can't just listen to random people. And if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you've at least tried all the other stuff, given them the benefit of the doubt, and tried it. And it's failed, because sometimes they're right, sometimes their advice does work, but it hasn't been successful, and that's why you're still frustrated in watching this video. So I'll give you one quick tip to start the process of finding a job that you can enjoy, a job that you will be able to work well at. The first thing is you have to really figure out what the specific job title is that you are looking for. Now, this may not be your dream job. This may not be something you want to work at for 10 years. But you have to understand that if you have a specific goal, you can pivot from there. You can gain experiences from there and network and move to other jobs. So first off, you have to figure out what specific area do I want to start working towards now. either to gain experiences in the field, to flesh out things, because oftentimes in real life, what people end up doing is they shift from one job to another every 2 or 3 or 4 years as they better define what they want to do for their life. Oftentimes it's not this straight and narrow path. Sometimes it is. Sometimes if you're lucky enough you can do that, but oftentimes it is not. So that's the first thing that a lot of people get caught up in. They are completely paralyzed and they are accepting everything or accepting nothing. So we really have to define, like, what specific areas are you interested in? From there, you can start to naturally network and move towards getting this job. Now, I can't go into detail because this video is getting pretty long, and based off how YouTube works, most people don't stick around. But you know, this is a test video. If people are more interested in this, I will do further follow-up videos to help you along in this process. Thanks for watching.